Hello and welcome to Drafting with Jamie. Today we're doing an Ether Revolt Kaladesh Intermediate Swiss Draft League. At this point I have 19 trophies, so hopefully this will be the draft that gets me to number 20. This is not a very exciting first pack. This is not the rare I want in my life, although it's a very good sideboard card against certain decks, but it's not something I'm going to first pick. Death Dismissal, I think it's too expensive for what it does, so I'm going to leave that there. I think I'm going to take Monstrous Onslaught. In green, when you end up with some big fatties, this can do some nice work. If you have something that's a 7 power, it can do incredible things, or it's like very good against X1s. Like if an opponent has a lot of servos or like 2/1 first strikers, you're like, oh, boom, I'm going to kill your board. So that's nice. I think that's going to be the pick here. Perilous Predicament is very hit or miss. I like Salvager a lot in a sacrifice deck. It's great. I like Bandar a lot as a 2-drop. So honestly, I think it's between Monstrous Onslaught and Bandar. If that seems silly, this has to have a creature out in order to be working. You know, you can't just have that in your hand. But okay. Anyway, so this is a good follow up to it. Cavalry. If you have this as a 6/6, Monstrous Onslaught looks good with that. Demolition is nice too, and honestly we are still in take best card mode, so it might be Demolition here because we don't know that we're green yet. We took this card and we're not going to get married to it, so there's that. So let's see, Daring Demolition or Cavalry. I think those are definitely the choices. The rest of this pack is okay. Rogue Refiner is a nice card, but I'm never wanting to do really blue-green in this set. I don't feel like it's super synergistic. So let's see. I think we're still in take best card mode, so let's take the demo. Okay, because we don't know we're green yet, right? Because now we can go, to black-blue. Wouldn't that be nice? I love Swooper. I love Swooper. Wow, this pack must have been good. Okay, Cogwork Assembler, Windkin Raiders, Swooper, Brawler. These are cards we can think about. Implement of Ferocity is okay. We don't know we're green yet though. And Leopard is okay. Bird is okay. If you have a lot of energy, Leopard's pretty decent. If you only have the energy it gives you when it comes in, it's just not super exciting. So we'll leave the Leopard there, I think. I love Swooper. The Raiders is okay too in the right deck if you can cast it for pretty cheap. But Swooper just... I love it. I think it's such a great 2-drop making service. Ooh, Poisoner. And the Cavalry. So now we look at our cards and we say, hey, do we think our green is stronger or do we think our black is stronger? Also, if there's a Poisoner here, pick 4. That's a decent sign. I love Poisoner. Okay, we're not taking a blue card because Negate is like a sideboard card, right? It's very powerful against the right deck. It's very playable in this set with vehicles and stuff like that. So I like Negate, but not here. I think I'm going to take Poisoner. Good 2-drops are hard to come by. And Poisoner is a great one. Okay, so black is open. This is a 5th pick Demolition. So I believe we are moving in on black here. So we are black X at this point. All right, so here we could take... Herbalist is okay as a 2-drop. But nothing that I want to like say, hey, I want to be green for this. Same with Ice Over. Like, it's okay, but nothing that says, hey, I want to be blue now. I like Salvager. If we end up in black, we'll probably end up with a lot of artifacts. If we end up blue-black, we really will. So Salvager looks good. Crusher is an okay pick as well. Let's take the Salvager, though. Just because I think it's a really solid 3-drop. And we can look for implements now. Okay, so I'm going to take another black card here since I'm not really super fond of Rebuke or Negate. They're okay. Strangler isn't my favorite either, but it's acceptable. All right, so High Spire Infusion is a decent trick. Or Negate. Or we could even say, oh, maybe we're actually black-red and take a Destructive Tampering. Or we could take Revolutionary, which I haven't actually played this, but it seems like it would be underwhelming. I'm going to take the infusion. I don't know what to do there. Okay. So, once again, no black cards that we want. We'll take the Crackdown in case we end up in white. For some reason. See, now here's a Wrangle, which goes really nicely with our Salvager. That's a really fun deck if you can get the Sacrifice deck to work. It's really, really, really fun. Alright. But we are nowhere near red at the moment. But there's no way I'm playing 2 infusions in a deck either. So I will take the Wrangle, I guess. Or maybe the white implement. Actually, we could be black-white artifacts. Never mind. Okay, well, here's a late Inventor. So I'm happy to pick that up. And I think that's a signal. Maybe just there weren't a lot of blue cards in these packs. Okay, Negate's okay. We're not in a bad place going into the next pack, so we'll figure this out. Everything's gonna be fine. That's a late ice over too. Okay, I think we are blue now. Unless we open like a real bomb in green. Because the only thing I want to be in green for is Onslaught. Okay. An Ether Chaser is so nice. A 3rd Daring Demolition? Or do we want a Poisoner? Because 2nd Poisoner is nice. But removal's great too. How many demolitions are too many demolitions? It's always good to ask the tough questions in life. I don't think 3 is. Let's take that. Poisoner is a great 2-drop though. That I could definitely see someone taking a Poisoner there. Oh my, that's a battle at the bridge. A Hungry Flames and an Ether Poisoner. Wow. And a Swooper. This deck is strong. We're going to have to take battle at the bridge, right? And then kind of prioritize artifacts now. Because we are blue-black artifacts matter. I think I've been drafting this out. I mean, this archetype. Archetype. I can talk a lot lately because I've found it to be really strong. This coming from a gal who really, really, really likes aggro. So for me to like this deck is different. Another demolition? Is 4 demolitions too many? No, I don't think so. Our other choices here would be maybe like Barricade Breaker, which I don't think we want in this deck. Automaton or Implement. So yeah, it's demo. Wow. What? A Scrapper Champion? For serious? That is late. Alright, but I kind of think we're in this. We're pretty blue now. I'm tempted to take the Scrapper Champion and say, hey, let's see if we can be black-red, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm happy to take the Automaton. The Scry is nice and it's an artifact. Ooh, Tezzeret's Touch and another Poisoner? What? We need some implements, though. So Tezzeret's Touch just goes on a servo right now, which is like not the worst. Because we don't have any implements for it, but I guess we could try to find a Prism in the next pack. It's a really powerful card. We could also take Poisoner and hope that no one else is black-blue and maybe wheel this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not going to be... No, there's no way we wheel that. That wouldn't be the last of 2 cards. So... This is hard because Poisoner is such a solid 2-drop. But I'm going to take the Tezzeret's Touch. Oh, it has such a high upside. I love that card. Especially if you put it on a Prism and then they're like, okay, I'm going to kill your Prism, but then you get your Prism back. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, Reverse Engineer is great. Love me some card draw. So we'll take that. Now we just really need some artifacts. Like, where are the implements? It's so weird. All right, am I running a Negate? Yes. Am I running 2? Probably not. So we'll take the Prowler for the sideboard, but that is... It's a late brawler too. Is there any way we could move into red at this point? No. Dockhand? Tap X. Untapped artifacts you control. Look at X. Top cards of your library. Put one of them in. Okay, this is good if we have a lot of artifacts. We're making servos. I've never actually played this card, but it seems like it could fit in what we're trying to do here, so I'll take it. Alright, Implement of Malice. Perfect. Goes with this Salvager. Goes with Tezzeret's Touch. Helps to improvise. This is what we need. An Ether Swooper? Okay, Cool. I was like concerned that blue actually wasn't open for a minute and we were actually supposed to be red in this seat, but having a swooper that late is awesome. Okay, implement. Same reason. I want it for the Tezzeret's Touch, and I want it for our improvised stuff. Okay. Now, Metallic Rebuke looks fine in this deck because we have a lot of artifacts. I'd rather have that over like a white implement that would just get sacked to Salvager or have a touch on it. So I think I'd like a Rebuke here. Ooh, another implement mouse. Perfect. Second ice over wouldn't be awful either, but I think that's what I want. Oh, Ovia. Oh. Okay, we're not green. Just be sad for 1 minute because Ovia is so much fun. All right, it's Weaponcraft Enthusiast though. Making servos is great. So that's a good pickup for us. Okay, Padim is pretty lovely. I like Bruiser too, but are we a Bruiser deck? Yeah, I mean, we could be. Our win cons are destroy all creatures, attack in the air, build an army of servos, and card advantage. That's what this deck is doing. So yeah, I think I like Padim. Okay, Serpent is perfect. That's the win con that we were looking for too, because that's a real win con there. But Ballista Charger, I actually hope that wheels are P-Foul because of Padim, but Serpent is great. It's a nice finisher, and he's so cute. Fabrication module. I actually don't really hate that in this deck. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 things that make energy currently, right? And since we have the hard removal with demolitions, I don't think we need the malfunction. Since these are already filling our 4-drop removal slot, I'd rather just play them. So let's take the fabrication module and see if we can make this work. We have no fixing. But I'm not going to play a Tezzeret's Ambition because we have the Reverse Engineer and the Blue Implement, so I'm not playing this card. We already have enough card draw. So am I going to play a Mind Rot? Probably not. There's really never a time I bring this card in, especially not in draft. Maybe in sealed, but not in this. I'm probably not playing that. So I'm going to take the Gearsmith and see if we can get some sort of fixing for it. I'm doubting it at this point. Okay, so Turtle helps with our module, and it kind of holds down the ground. So that's not a terrible thing. Screecher is nice too, because we have a lot of artifacts, and it's going to be a 3-power flyer, so that's not bad. Is there any way we wheel a Turtle? Probably not. I want both. I think I want the Turtle. I think I want to gum up the ground. Ooh, a Kingpin? Oh, that's so nice. And goggles though too. Oh, I gotta take the Kingpin, but wow, I want the goggles here as well. Okay, but Kingpin is perfect. All right, cool. Ambitious Etherborn is a nice pickup as well. This is falling into place, sort of. It's like for inspection, I'm gonna put that in the sideboard for now. Club Security is okay. Thriving Rats or Windrake? I don't think I'm playing... Well, actually, we're trying to do energy stuff, so I want the Thriving Rats. Windrake is just, like, very underwhelming. It's okay. Wow, we gotta make some serious cuts here. Okay, I'm probably cutting the gate, or at least putting it in the sideboard for now. I'm gonna cut Filigree Crawler. Let's see. Maybe a Demolition? Is that like insane? I think that's probably insane. Removal was nice. But how many are too many? I don't want to cut too many creatures. Okay. So we want to keep all our energy stuff because I'm going to see if we can make this fabrication module like do work for us. It's also another touch target that we can use. So I honestly think I'm going to cut 1 demolition because 4 is a lot. So we have Battle at the Bridge and 3 demolitions and an ice over. And if we're running a rebuke, that's sort of like a removal spell. If it doesn't exist, it's not a problem. So counter spells will work. Let's see. Dockhand's a little slow, but we have a lot of things that produce servos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can make 6 servos. And more if we make more energy, right? So I think the Dockhand is okay. What's like the sore thumb here? Maybe it's Alley Strangler. Although if we start putting counters on that with the fabrication module, that gets pretty real. But it's like my least favorite creature right now. Probably gonna cut an ice over. And the blue implement, since we have reverse engineer. And then, so Serpent's probably gonna cost like 5 for us. Inventor should cost, yeah, the same thing, like 5. So our curve ends at 5. This should be cheaper as well. I don't think we could get away with 16 lands. I think I need to cut one more thing, but maybe not since we have 2 implements and we have a lot of 2-drops. I think I'm going to try to get away with 16 lands, honestly. The thing is, this format like really doesn't want to play 17 lands, right? Because we have like no real mana sinks, like Dockhand and Automaton. That's it. And poor Padim. I mean, Padim's not looking great for us either. I wish we would have gotten like a 5-drop artifact, but it is what it is. Even making our artifacts hexproof is nice, like against like a monstrous onslaught from our opponents or something. So I think Padim still has a place here, and we have some stuff for it. So it could be okay. We have good removal. I think I might want to cut the rebuke. Is that crazy? I think it is because we have like a decent amount of artifacts. Like that could be super easy to keep up 1 blue mana. This last cut is really hard. So I honestly, I'm going to be a little bit greedy and do 16 lands. Like I don't know if that's actually recommended. 8 and 8 is probably fine. I feel like we want 17 lands in this deck, but I really don't want to make a cut. And I know people don't like 41 cards, so this is what I'm going to do. I like this deck. It looks pretty decent to me. Yeah, so we'll see how it does. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day.